Hey guys, it's Maymay and welcome to another card party eye candy video. This one's a lot of fun. If you were not aware, I had a card party at a Hobby Lobby in Birmingham, Alabama on Saturday, November the 8th, and we had 10 people sign up. And I got to meet some of my subscribers, which was super cool, and I also had some of my friends there. So it was a lot of fun, and we made 20 cards together. And so I want to show you the cards. I want to show you a picture of everybody of the showing the card that they either designed or made or what have you. And we had so much fun. We made cards for 4 hours from 2 until 6, and we shared some snacks together and things like that. It was an awful lot of fun, and I want to show you these cards because they are amazing. And look, you guys amaze me all the time with what you come up with, so I'm so excited to share. And I'm not going to share in any order. I'm just going to pick them up and go to town showing you the cards. So move them out of the way for just a second. So I'm going to start with this one just because it was on the top of my pile. Look at this beautiful card, and I want to show you what it does. It is I'm going to hold it like this. It is a step card. It's like a stair-step card. And this was made by Kim Barrera, and she said that she used a silhouette file to cut this. Can you see that? But her stamping is so beautiful, and it's embossed. And I want to tell you what she did here, which I think is so smart. This Polaroid picture was actually in a 12 by 12 paper pad, and it was one of the pieces that has all the squares, you know, like it's not the regular design paper, but it's the one you can cut the squares apart. And she said that particular paper pack had a bunch of these in it. So she cut these apart and then she stamped and embossed on them. How cute is that? And then let's look on the inside and I'll show you the sentiment. Best wishes on your birthday and throughout the coming year. Isn't this great? I love it. And then she also made a matching envelope. Look at that with the pocket watch and the compass. Love. This just screams manly. This is the only manly one we really had, so I'm glad we had one. So this one was Kim. She did a great job. So thank you, Kim. And then look at this guy. I think this is a super cute card. This one was made by Karen Price. Now, Karen had her daughter with her, Heather, and she also had her daughter-in-law planned to come, but she couldn't make it at the last minute. So Karen really made all the cards for them, which is perfectly fine, no big deal, as long as we have the two, card packs from each person. And so Karen made this card, and she used, and I'll tell you, she used a lot of these. She used this Stephanie Bernard Stamps of Life is what she said this is. So this is one of her stamps, and also the dies that go together. Look at those. How cute are those? And then happy birthday on the inside. Love this card. And again, that was made by Karen. And this card was made by Tammy Frost. Now, Tammy lives pretty close to me, and we had kind of realized how close we lived to each other just through YouTube, and she wanted to come to a card party, and I thought, what a perfect way for you to get introduced. And look at this. That is glitter embossing. I hope you can see that. It says, "The Lord has come, let the world rejoice." And she used this almost parchment style paper. It is absolutely beautiful, and I just love it. It's an A2 size. So pretty. So Tammy made that one. Now this card was designed by my Aunt Nita for her friend Margaret, who also came. So that's another thing. Sometimes we may make multiple card kits and bring a friend so they can see what we do, but we make the card kits for them, and that's perfectly fine. This one, like I said, was designed by Anita. Look how pretty that is. Sending happy thoughts. And it's done in mustard, which I like because you don't see a lot of mustard cards. Love it. And what this is a circle cut out, a scallop circle, another circle, and that's a piece of bling with just some ribbon wrapped around. Super cute, huh? Also A2 sized. All right, Miss Sheila went crazy with her Cricut Explorer again, and look at this turkey. Oh my goodness, he is cute. So many pieces stacked on top of each other. I just love him. And when you open him up, he has a glittery Happy Thanksgiving inside. So adorable. This is Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady. I'll link her YouTube channel below. That was a lot of fun. Now this one was also one of Margaret's cards, but it was designed and created for her by Abby. So this is a kit that Abby, my cousin, created for Margaret so she could be a part of the day too. And look how cute this is. Now the reason she did this is because Margaret is a teacher, and this is like a chalkboard, and she stamped this in white, and then she hand drew the stick figure. But I did what Abby did on her sample. I went back over this with my white gel pen to make it look kind of handwritten. And then I added hair to the stick figure like Abby had done in her sample card. And this is so cute. This is cork underneath. This is actually that cork paper. And that's a brad poking through that says just a note. And when you open the inside, it says you are inscribed on the palm of his hand from Isaiah 49:16. Love this card. It's so cute. And we had a choice of the pink ribbon, or she also did them with a lime green. I love that together. Super cute. Thank you, Abby. And now this card was Anita's card, and it was designed by Anita. So this was one she did herself. And look at this beautiful card. It's so Victorian to me with the beautiful layers. Now here's what you got. You got a pink A2 card here. This is a white layer that's had the corners rounded. Then this is a die cut. I can't remember who they said this was by, but they told me while we were there. But that's a die cut, a scalloped a rectangle. And then this is just a circle that's been stamped and distressed. Aunt Nita's learning distressing. She's done very good. And then on the inside, you have another piece of the paper and then the strips down the side, which I think are really pretty. I love this card. Love it. So that one was from Anita. And then this one was from Maymay, and I can't find my envelope for it, but this is the one that I did. You guys recognize this snowman? If you remember in my Tupelo Designs video where I made a whole bunch of these guys for cards, I was like, you know, I have those left and I want to use them. So I was at Joann's one day and they had Doris embossing folders on sale. Do you see the tree? I love those trees. So I bought that and thought that snowman went perfect. And then this is from my Ugly Sweater Weather stamp set. I'll show you. It's from this stamp set, Ugly Sweater Weather, that has the ugly sweater and the stuff. And this is the sweater weather sentiment on there. And if you're interested in those, I'll have a link below for the stamps. We still have some of those left. And it just says sweater weather. And then the inside's plain. Because I didn't know what you'd do with sweater weather. That's super cute, but I don't know, you know, you could send it for anything. So that was made by me. And now look at this one. This one was made by Heather. Okay, Karen designed it, but well, I take that back. Heather designed it, but Karen did the cutting and the things like that. But look at this. This is Stephanie Bernard Stamps of Life. This is a jar of peanut butter. How stinking cute. With little peanuts. And then the sentiment says, have a smooth and creamy day. Can you stand it? This is super cute. And then it's craft cardstock. And the peanut butter was cut out of craft cardstock, and then these pieces were pieced onto it. Adorable. So Karen did a great job, and Heather designed this one really cute. This is precious. Love it. This is another one done by Tammy Frost. You know what I think is cool? Tammy's last name is Frost, and her cards look like they have frost on them. I think that's adorable. Those are glitter embossed snowflakes with a little penguin, and it says, let it snow. And inside it says, warm winter wishes. Love it. So cute. Okay, I'm so excited to share this one with you. See this Santa on here? Love this Santa. A gift on the back. This one was made by Kim Barrera. Again, this is her second card. Now look, it's an easel card. And I always have a hard time showing you easel cards. I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, so it sits up like this. Now here's what she did, which I thought was awesome. Everybody's card was totally different. So when we finished, we all shared around the room to show what our cards looked like. And mine was a lot of red and greens, which is, I picked this kit because it came around the room and I picked this one. And I just love this. So what she's done here, this is a Cricut cutout using the Art Philosophy cartridge from Close to My Heart. This is a postage stamp. And she did that. She white embossed the same Santa that she did on the envelope. She told us this was a Studio G Santa Claus. Isn't that genius? I love it. And then she cut these little strips out. And then these are scallop circles, which she also cut from her Art Philosophy cartridge. So cute. I love it. Very well done. So thank you for that one, Kim. I love that one. Here's one that was done by Karen. This is one we also, I think Heather may have designed this one too, but Karen did the cutouts and things. Again, from Stephanie Bernard with these strawberries. How cute are those? And it says, I'm very lucky to have you as my friend. Isn't that cute? Just plain on the inside, but I love the strawberries. I think this was a contest card. I can't remember how many of them were contest cards, but I know I struggled with contest cards yesterday, so... Now, I love this card. There was some controversy about this one. I think this card is gorgeous, but Abby said that somebody, and I'm not going to name names, didn't love it. So if you're at the party, you know. But I think this card is gorgeous, and I'm going to come up close to show you this. This paper is velvet embossed or kind of flocked paper. And then the Santa is a big old wooden red block stamp. And then she gave us some bling to put in the corner on green paper. And then on the inside, look at this glitter strip. So pretty. And he just says Merry Christmas. I think that's a beautiful vintage card. So very good job, Abby. My Aunt Nita has this punch that is this balloon. And I swear I'm going to buy this punch. Because every time we have a card party and she uses this balloon punch, I want it every time. But look how cute this card is she designed. So the balloons match the polka dots in the paper, and then you have this little sentiment strip, it's your birthday, with black and white baker's twine. This one reminds me of the 80s so much. This takes me back to the 80s. And then on the inside, you have another little piece that says happy birthday to you. Super cute job. I love this card. I just love that balloon punch, and I swear I'm going to get myself one. Now this one was designed by Karen, and I think she cut this one out on her Cricut. I don't know. I can't remember this one for sure. So Karen can comment below where these ornaments came from. These are beautiful ornaments. This was a contest card, and I could have won, but I put my snowflake in the wrong place, so I didn't get to win this one. But look how cute these ornaments are. They're embossed with a little polka dot embossing folder, and these snowflakes are so cute. It says ho ho ho. And then on the inside it's left blank. I love it. And Karen used a lot of craft card stock, which y'all know that's one of my faves. I don't know where my envelopes are for my cards, but this is one of my cards that I did. This is a, actually let me show you. I picked this up on the clearance rack at Hobby Lobby this week. Look how cute. I didn't have a mason jar stamp, and I really have been wanting one. And when I saw this on clearance, marked down from $30 to $10.79, I was like, this has to go in my buggy, right? So this gets you, it's from Sizzix, and it gets you a mason jar and candy. But the cool thing is, your dies up here, you get 2 pieces of candy of each one. So like if you stamp this piece multiple times, then I get 2 dies to cut it out at the same time. So instead of having to cut 1 piece of candy over and over, I can cut 2 at a time of each stamp. So I like that. I like that they give you that. Then you've got the jar, and then the little labels, and all the goodies are right up there. So super cool, right? And this is the card I did with it. So I made this little mason jar full of candy. It just says for you, and it's got some houndstooth and some stripe and little plaid for the lid for the mason jar. And the inside's left blank because it's just a for you card, so it could be for anything. So that was one of mine. And then here's Miss Sheila going crazy again. Look at this with her Explorer. This is a print and cut feature on the Explorer. Look how beautiful that is. The tulips were printed on paper and then cut out with the Explorer. Can you see how intricate? Then she embossed this. She said this was an Anna Griffin embossing folder, and then the cardstock is just a double-sided cardstock, which is beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Miss Sheila knows how to use that machine, buddy. She makes some beautiful cards. And then this one is adorable. Now, Karen did this one. I can't remember if Heather designed it, but I know Karen made this one. And she made this one again using the Stephanie Bernard flip-flops. It says, don't flip out, it will be okay. And so we have sand and water and clouds and sun. So cute. Isn't that precious? I love it. And it was kind of cool to get this now because, you know, it's fall. But how cool is it to have something like this for just whenever you need it? So cute. So thank you, Karen and Heather and Aaron, whoever those came from. And then this is an Abby card. Now this was really a beautiful card. And everybody's were a little bit different because like I got this piece, but then some people had a bigger piece or a different piece. And Abby's known for doing that. She doesn't like everything to be exactly the same. And she would rather you take what she gives you and turn it into something else. That's how she likes to do it. But she has distressed the edges of the pink paper. And then we have all these little embellishments, which are just gorgeous. And inside it says, there's always time for friendship. It is beautiful. I love it. So that one's from Abby. And then the last card I have is one that Karen, let's see. Karen made this one, designed this one. Look at this precious snowman, which she said was also from Stamps of Life and Stephanie Bernard. And it's a stamp and a die set. And these arms and the hat are done in glitter paper. Can you see the shimmer on those? So cute. And then the inside says, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So cute. So that's all the cards from the party, and I shared pictures of everybody with you there as we went along, and we just had a really good time together, and I hope we can do this again, and if we do, I will announce it. Now, if you're wondering what a card party is, I did a video telling you exactly how to hold a card party, and I will link that below. And yeah, when we have another one, I'll announce it on the channel, and maybe some more of you guys can come and I can meet you. Hey, Karen and Kim and Heather and Tammy, it was so nice to get to meet you guys. And I'm so glad you guys got to meet my friends, Anita and Abby and Sheila and Margaret. And we just had a great old time together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this eye candy today. And I will catch you again later today when I'll be working on the Chubby Christmas Mini again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.